So I have now got my notes, I'm prepared, and I wanted to let you first know about all the blog events that are going on at the moment that I'm part of as well. But let's just start with explaining what a blog hub is, because some people might not know. So a blog hub is basically an event where crochet blogger designers get together and they each put forward a pattern they would like to share with the audience. So then the host of the blog hub, which is normally one, maybe two people, they create a master blog post on their website, on their blog, and each day they add a new designer, new pattern that is featured for the day. So what you then need to do is go onto the master blog post, find that day's featured designer with the link, click on the link. This link will then take you to that day's featured designer blog, and the pattern will be on there, and on that day's featured designer blog you will find a button to download a free PDF of that pattern. Normally each pattern is only featured for 24 hours only, and so it's a really great event where you can get sometimes it's sort of 35 patterns in one event, so each day there is a new pattern to download. So that's what a blog hop is. You basically go hopping from blog to blog. I think that's the idea. So you go onto the master blog post to grab that day's link, and then you hop from that blog to the other blog to go and grab your pattern. Then once 24-hour passes, there is a new feature designer, so you go onto the master blog post and you click on that day's link and then hop onto the other blog. So that's why it's called blog hop, because you basically go hopping from blog to blog. It's completely free, it doesn't cost you anything. The way basically designers make money is you actually just visiting their blog. That's all you've got to do. You know, you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to subscribe to anything, only if you want to. But basically all you need to do is just visit that blog and have a read and download the pattern. That's all you've got to do. That's how you can actually support that designer. So that's what a blog hop is. I know some people don't have time to do that every day, or they forget, or they just can't be bothered to go clicking on millions of different links. So sometimes blog hubs are actually accompanied by like a crochet pattern bundle, which contains all the patterns that are involved in a blog hub. They will be put together in a bundle, which you normally pay for, but you know, those bundles go from anything like 10 to 12, 13 pounds. So when you think you pay 13 pounds for something like 35 crochet patterns, I think that's a real bargain. So that's basically how things work most of the time. So the first blog hub I wanted to talk to you about is the countdown to Christmas. This blog hub is organised by Raylin from Itching for Some Stitching and Sarah from Ned and Mimi. They both are hosting this blog hub. So the first half was on Sarah's blog, and the second half is now happening, because we're into second half now. So that's happening on Raylin's blog. I will put all the links I'm talking about today, all these blog hubs and all the people I'm talking about today, all the links will be put into the description of this video, so you can just sort of click on a description and head over to wherever you want to go, whatever you want to check out. So that's the first blog hub. My featured pattern is coming up on the 25th of October, I believe. It's a Sunday, I believe. And it's so check it out on that date. I will leave the link in the description for the video for you to check out. So on the 25th of October you'll be able to download one of my patterns for free PDF version with no ads. It's printer friendly, so you'll be able to get your hands on that. The other thing that's going on, this is a great blogging event. It's organised by Kelsey from Crafting for Weeks and Sarah from Plush Pineapple. They run a page called Pineapple and Pine. It's kind of like a community page. It's for makers, for designers, for you know, not just knitting, like a yarn knitting crochet makers, but all, you know, like the accessories, the hooks, the little tags, the stitch markers and everything like that. So they kind of do a showcase or a spotlight. So through October they're doing a designer spotlight, and my designer spotlight is on the 21st of October. So you'll be able to download another one of my free patterns, like a PDF pattern, and again the link will be in the description, so check that out. And I would really recommend subscribing to their newsletter, because there is always something going on, always loads of different events that Kelsey and Sarah are putting together, so check them out. And last but not least, it's the lovely Susanna from Fosbas Designs. She is currently running the Christmas blog hub, so it's exactly the same principle, where you go onto the master blog post to grab that day's link and head over to that day's designer's blog to download their pattern for free. This one runs, the Christmas blog hub by Fosbas Designs runs till the 31st of October, so there's still quite a few days left where you can get a free pattern every day. The countdown to Christmas, organised by Raylin and Sarah, is running until the 2nd of November, so there is still a lot of patterns left. But the countdown to Christmas, organised by Raylin and Sarah, is accompanied by a crochet pattern bundle, which is a paid bundle of all the crochet designs. So you can still see which designs are included, but obviously now those ones that have been featured before are no longer available to download, but you don't have to miss out. You can get the whole crochet bundle. I will leave a link to the bundle in the description as well, just to make things absolutely clear for you. It is an affiliate link, which means that if you do decide to purchase the bundle through that link in the description, I will earn a little commission and no extra cost to you. So the price remains the same. I will just get a little commission for basically referring you to the bundle. So that's just that. Everything is absolutely clear. So that's the 3 events going on at the moment that you can check out, and you can get loads of free patterns, download them. I know sometimes it's a bit overwhelming because you're getting all these free patterns, but you can just safely store them in your Ravelry library, and you can get back to them anytime. And you know, worst case scenario, if you kind of get a bit overwhelmed by it, you can always delete them if you don't need them, or if you think like, well, I'm never gonna make this, why did I download it? You can just kind of delete it or push it to the side. So that's all the blog hub events at the moment going on. As new ones start, I will keep you posted, I will keep you updated. Okay, and right, next thing I wanted to move on is a few projects, and I wanted to do a quick showcase of projects that I've worked on that are available on the blog. So the first one is my Charleston Belt pattern. I was so excited about this pattern when the idea popped up into my head. So that's my Charleston Belt pattern. It consists of this little square in the middle, and then it's kind of like textured stitches either side, and it fastens off with these strings on either side. So it is a really great accessory to just, you know, put on You can put it on any outfit. If you saw the pictures on my grids or on my blog, I have paired it up with like a polka dot dress, and I paired it up with just a plain black blouse and jeans, and it really goes with anything and everything. This was really exciting project I worked on, because this pattern is available on Joy of Motion crochet blog. It's actually on my blog just yet, because it has been exclusively designed for Jan's blog from Joy of Motion. I will put the link in the description again, so you can access the free pattern. And I have a team of absolutely fantastic, amazing, fantastic, beautiful, fabulous pattern testers. So I've had Marcia, Marilyn, Kaylee Marie and Mel. They were my amazing pattern testers. We had a blast of a time pattern testing, and I really wanted to give these girls credit because they really helped a lot, and they took some amazing pictures of their belts paired up with fantastic outfits. Drop dead gorgeous pictures, so go check them out on my blog. I've done like a little showcase of their work because they've been absolutely amazing. So again, I'll put all their Instagram profiles in the description and the link to my blog to check out their outfit ideas. And they actually wrote a little they wrote down their little thoughts about the belt, what they think of the pattern and how they would wear it. So they've been really great and really kind to me. So yeah, check them out. They're really amazing. Another pattern I wanted to share with you that's fairly new to the blog is my Lipa Backpack. This is, I mean, it's full of yarn in the bag. So this charted, this pattern at the front, it's a really, it's like a symbol of a, Lipa means linden tree in Slovakian. And linden tree is really, it's basically woven through the history of Slovakia. It's a really kind of like a national symbol, you know, like a national tree. So this this represents the tree, and this symbol is kind of used on a lot of traditional national dress, a lot of kind of doilies, a lot of embroidery, and it's really a massive part of Slovakian heritage. So you can read more about the story and everything on my blog, but this is the pattern. It's like a backpack that goes on your back, and this little string. So yeah, the free pattern's available on my blog. Again, I'll put the link in the description. So that's the second project. And last week I actually did something a little bit different on the blog. Instead of a free pattern, I've done what's called a roundup. So you kind of put a little call out to all your crochet blogger designer friends, and you say, right, I want to put together a little blog post about, I personally did crochet stitches that are perfect for cozy blankets. And all my lovely designer friends, bloggers, they kind of share their links of, oh, look at this stitch I did, this is brilliant. So they've got loads of tutorials on their blogs. And what I've done like a roundup post. So I put together 20 crochet stitches that are perfect for cozy blankets. So rather than you going on a big hunt all over the internet trying to find the perfect stitch for your next blanket, I've put together 20 crochet stitches which I think would be fantastic for blankets. So I will put that link in the description again for you to check it out. So if you're planning your next winter project, check out these beautiful stitches. Or you can use them for, you know, anything you like. Those tutorials are really good, really thorough. So they'll walk you through the stitch, how to make it, and they even give you like a multiple of chain you need to chain for the stitch to work. so you can use this for any of the projects you're planning. So I've saved you time of going on Pinterest or going over millions of blogs trying to look for the perfect stitch. So check that out. And it's this week's new pattern that will be dropping to the blog is my Tunisian crochet. This is Tunisian crochet. It's not knitted, it's Tunisian crochet. It's my M-Sam pullover. I mean, just look at that V neckline. Isn't it just gorgeous? Gorgeous. That's the detail there. So it's one of the comfiest, coziest crochet handmade sweaters, pullovers, jumpers, call it what you like, I've ever made. It's just like second skin, and I'm not even joking. It's really comfortable. It's got a lovely drape. I mean, look at that drape, right? Because Tunisian crochet sometimes can be really thick and really stubborn, curly, and too dense. I'm not doing it justice, am I? But this jumper is nothing like it. I mean, look, it's really light, it's really drapey, it's got a good stretch as well. And the reason for that is because this is a 4-ply, this is Stylecraft special 4-ply I used. So it's a really thin yarn, and I used 7mm crochet hook. Tunisian crochet hook, may I add. So it's really, really good and drapey, and I really like it. It's been like my second skin. So you can see more pictures of the jumper on my Instagram grid, and the neckline, which is, I love V necklines. Bigger busted girls will agree with me that necklines, V necklines, do us better justice than any other neckline. So yeah, this is one of those. And I really like, I mean, look at the length of the sleeve. I've really gone to town on the sleeves because I love when you can kind of like, you know, pull your sleeves over your hands and it makes you feel all cozy. I don't know whether it's just me, but I like it. So this is M-Sam pullover, which is coming to blog this Friday. So set your alarm clocks, turn your notifications on, whatever you need to do, just don't miss it. And another sneaky peek, I've shared a picture of this cardigan, so it's not that big of a secret, but this is quickest cardigan I've made to date. It's I used Drops Eskimo yarn, which is, I can't remember whether it's chunky or super chunky. I think it's chunky. Feels like chunky. But anyway, it's got like those big balloon sleeves and big collar, the size of the collar, which you obviously fold in half, fold it over, and big cuffs and big sleeves. And it's a little, it's like one of those like bomber jackets, I think they call them, that it kind of comes down just below the waist, kind of like just below the waist, and it's got these big balloon sleeves and a big collar, and it's super warm and super comfy. So that's the projects that are on the blog, coming to the blog, and at the stage of pattern writing and checking and doing everything, getting everything ready to be able to post it on the blog. So that's the project, and now work in progress. And you're gonna be, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory to this. I know I whittled on. I wanted to keep these short and sweet, but I'm just so happy to be talking to you without getting cut off that I just can't stop. Someone stop me. Anyway, right. My latest work in progress is not crochet. It's not Tunisian crochet. It's knitting. Check me out. I'm a knitter now. Anyway, I am working on something, but let me give you a bit of a backstory to it. Over the last few months or however long, I've been seeing these beautiful, beautiful knitted socks. My feed, my Instagram feed was full of them. Beautiful socks. I mean, stunning things, you know. Helen from Flora Honeypot, I'm looking at you. You're responsible. Lynn from the Wool Nest, you're responsible too for getting me knitting socks. But the difference is, when I look at these beautiful socks on my feed, they're just stunning. You know, so neat, so beautiful, so pretty. And I mean, so I've got the bug to knit a sock. Okay, so I went on, you know, looking for patterns and whatever, and I've discovered Winwick Mum and her blog with loads of sock along tutorials explaining how the socks are knitted, and you know, really talking to a real beginner here, right? And it's been amazing because these tutorials basically explain to you how it's done and why is it done that way, which I find really useful because I seem to remember things and remember things better if I understand why. So if I know the reason behind it, I kind of remember it better. So these tutorials really talk to you as a total beginner who doesn't even know what knitting needles are. Okay, so they're really, really amazing. I will link these tutorials in the description as well, because if you do have a knitting bug that you want to give it a go, they're really, really good. So going back to these beautiful socks on my feed on Instagram, right? I was so inspired and I thought, oh, I really want to make one, you know, beautiful sock. So I started, and what I produced, ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen my stories a few days back, you know what's coming. I have produced the world's ugliest sock ever. I mean, look at it. Look. Why is it so ugly? I don't know whether it's the yarn or like the stitches or why. Anyway, I am determined to finish this. I'm on the toe part where I'm kind of decreasing either side on the top and on the bottom. So 4 stitches each round I'm decreasing. So I'm creating the toe at the moment. But yeah, I'm not feeling discouraged, not at all. But yeah, this is what I produced. But that brings me on to something else. This is kind of a, I'll pick it up when I don't feel so angry at it for being so ugly kind of a project. So that's, you know, on a bit of a back burner at the moment, because a little while back I bought this yarn from Denver Whimsy. Again, I will link. I mean, it's really, it's really, really nice. You can see the colours, and it's got speckles in there somewhere as well, as you can see a few at the bottom. So it was a really pretty yarn, and what I fancied was just a plain knitted hat. And this is a project I'm actually not too crossed about. So I started, this is kind of knit 2, purl 2. That's like the brim of the hat, the part that sits here. Okay, so this is gonna be a knitted hat, and I just now, after I finish, I think I've done 8 rounds of knit 2 purl 2, and I'm gonna do 2 more to round it off to 10, and then I'm just gonna literally knit round and round and round and round until it's obviously tall enough. And yeah, so that's gonna be my simple basic knitted slouchy hat. And the reason I'm actually working on this and not crochet projects, and I'll tell you the reason why, is because I've got another couple of projects going on. Then I'm doing some guest designing posts, which basically mean that I'm going to create a crochet project, but the project's going to be posted on someone else's blog, and they're going to kind of promote it on their blog. And it's basically just getting in front of a new audience, so keep an eye on that one, because that's going to be really exciting, and I'm hoping I could share some sneaky peeks, and we'll see. I'll have to read through the terms and conditions, but yeah, that's what's coming. So I've got those to work on, but the main reason I'm not creating any more new crochet projects for my blog at the moment is because I've actually decided to move some of the older patterns from my previous blog over to the new one, and kind of just put the other one to sleep. So I've got the, if you remember, I don't know whether you remember that blog. I mean, that blog that was just before I really knew what I needed to do and how the blogging thing worked. So it's a little bit neglected. Let's call it neglected. Let's not call it any other rubbish word. Let's call it neglected. So I'm gonna, but there is some really great patterns on there. If you remember the working girl cardigan, if you remember the crochet bunny toy I did before little one was born, there is a couple of hats I really would like to move over. So basically I'm gonna just pull those patterns from the old blog, and I'm gonna kind of refresh them and, you know, sprinkle them with a bit of magic glitter and put them onto the new blog as kind of a new project, because there'll be new projects for the blog, but those projects have been done a little while back. So that's the reason. So I've got a lot of computer work to do, a lot of typing up, and a lot of all that stuff. So that's why I'm just kind of diving into knitting my hat, which I'm hoping will be ready by December, when the weather turns really cold. So yeah, I can kind of just do a bit of knitting as a relaxing project, where I don't have to think about numbers, I don't have to think about decreasing and how this is going to work across 9 different sizes. I can literally just sit and knit, turn this off and knit, and I don't have to worry about writing anything down, about making notes, about pattern writing, and about working out all the maths and everything. So that's the reason I'm knitting a hat, because I've got a lot of computer work to do. So that brings me to the end of the first catch-up video with you, and I'm just checking the time of this video, and it's like, oh my word, nobody's gonna watch this long, seriously. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you this week. I promise you, next week I'll keep it shorter and sweeter, hopefully. But yeah, I just really like talking to you, although I get no response back. But I'm hoping you will leave me a comment, drop me a message, send me an email, you know, send a pigeon, whatever works, I don't mind. So yeah, it's been really good talking to you, and I'm hoping that you have watched this far. And yeah, let me know what you think, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with you next week again. So bye for now.